Very good morning, everyone. So, today we are going to see about a new topic that is nothing but to do application. So, for that, we need to create a new component. So, okay, I will start from here. So, I will create a new component. So, first, let us close everything. Okay, I will start it from creating a new component. So, I'm clicking here. The application name is todo app.jsx. For that, you know how to create, right? As usual, export default function component name todo app open flower braces return keyword. Here we need to perform the thing, so we need to create a form for doing todo application form which is having attribute as on submit to submit the form. So here we need to handle the handle submit. After that we have to close this form. Inside the form we have a div. Inside that we can keep one input field, input type equal to text. This is having some value, that is we can give some dynamic data. After that on change, unchanged is an attribute of on change is the event attribute to handling the event. So we have to create handle change. Okay, this is how the input field will come. Okay, next we need a button should be a type equal to submit. After that we can give some term, you can either submit, it's fine. Okay, so this is how we have created now. Okay, for handle submit we need to create one function constant handle submit is equal to one. Okay, for data we need to create one data constant t structure data set data. This for this thing we need to use state is like a use state. You have to define the default value for this use state. So if you are using the use state, we need to import the use state. So I am importing the use state here. Use state from React library. Okay, after that we need to handle the change event. So here we need to create one more function constant handle change. Okay, so let us see the browser. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, we need to add this component inside the application main.js. So whatever we had earlier, right? I am trying to comment everything. And also I comment all the inputs. Okay, now what I'm trying to use, I'm trying to use only todo app. Okay, after, okay, now we can check the browser. See, whatever we created, it is coming now. I'm typing something and submitting something. If I am clicking on submit, if you see the browser, it will re-render. See, you can able to see, right? It will show some conflicts. On clicking on submit, it is re-rendering the browser. So we need to prevent that. For that, first thing we have to go to todo app. So here handle see, here handle submit is there. Inside the handle submit we need to pass one event. Okay, so inside that you have to give event dot prevent default. If you provide this method, after saving this, if I am submitting something, it won't conflict here. See, now we are prevent the default browser rendering event. Okay, we are trying to avoid the re-render after submitting. Okay, so that thing is done. So handle submit is done. Now we have data, right? Next, on input type equal text, value equal to data, on change of handle change. So whatever we are changing, that value we need to get, right? So we need to pass again event here, and after that, so already for data we need to write the data. So using the set data, we are going to implement that event dot target. If you click event dot target, target means correspond current element it will target. Okay, there you can get the value. That value we are setting to this data. So now the whatever you are typing, it will be updating to the data. So if you want to check here, after this form you can add the expression. Here you can give the data. Now if you see here, I am refreshing, whatever I am typing, right, it is binding here. Okay, so whatever I binding, it is binding. On submit we are not added anything, so we are binded the event. So whatever you are typing, that value is present here. So on change is working fine now. Okay, so you need to add now value is coming, but we need to store the data, right, somewhere. So we are using todo application constant todo is there, comma set todo. Okay, here we need to pass use state as inside empty array, because we have a lot of items, right? In the array we can manage that. For that we need to create this thing. Okay, so todo is there. Now what we can do, first on submitting, right, we need to check the data. If this data, right, we need to check the data. If data dot trim means left and right side, we have to remove the extra space or any extra spaces. If data dot trim is available, we need to set the data, right? First we need to set to do create an array using spread operator to do the rest of whatever the in the to do, it will come here. Okay, after that we need to update the current data. Okay, we are setting to do. Okay, next we need to set data, right? Set data. Okay, if it's why we I will tell the next thing. So first, see, now we are adding the set to do, right? So if you want to see this to do, you will able to get that to do. Okay, so whatever I'm submitting, it is as storing here. Again, see, if I remove everything, whatever I previously stored, that value is present here. Again, I'm giving winter. After submitting, it is getting saved. Okay, if I'm removed, you can see whatever the values, first we given dd, second we given winter. Okay, third I am giving summer. Okay, now I'm submitting. So this after I remove also it will come. So these values are stored in the to do. So currently to do it is having these values. Okay, I will come to this part again. Okay, so next, if you type something, I'm clicking submitting, even though this for the next also it is, even though then the text field having the same value, the existing values showing here, right? So to avoid that, we need to add set data, right? Again we need to clear that set data inside that double quotes. If you give like this, what happened, let us see. If I am typing here, after submitting, this value is gone, right? Correct. I removed here to do also, so that's what you are not seeing. Okay, let me, so I'm giving submit. Ram Kani. See, after submitting, this value is getting clean. For that purpose only we are using this data. Okay, handle submit, we are handle the handle submit here. Okay, this is fine. So now I remove this data, so we need to handle with the to do only. So this is how to do we need to create. For now we are going to create one more thing. Let me create one UL. Inside that I'm creating some expression using the to do, right? To do dot map method which consists of item comma index. Okay, item comma index. Here using JSX li should have some key that should be index. Okay, inside that li we are checking the value. Okay, for that we need to add some editing and all. Okay, First we will check this item is coming or not. Okay, this is a weight. So whatever we added, right? See, I'm adding Jan, I'm adding February, I'm adding March. Okay, so whatever I'm adding, it is listing here properly. So I want to add some edit field here. Okay, for that what we can do, here we can add one more button. Here I can add edit. Okay, so if I add it here, so everything is having edit feature. Likewise, if I am add cancel, so everything is having cancel, edit, cancel. Okay, for handling this thing, on click event we need to give an on click equal to handle edit, handle cancel. Okay, usually to on click event, it is required this arrow function. We need to pass the index, which index we need to work, then only it will work, right? So likewise we have to pass here handle cancel method. Here we need to pass the index. Okay, this is okay, handle it is not defined. Okay, you can edit, delete, and just delete. For this handle edit, we can create constant handle edit. Okay, handle delete. Okay, likewise we need to handle it. Okay, so now we are trying to do some additional thing, editing index. I will add two more thing, const editing index comma set editing index. Okay, you can use state. This is index, so we don't know about this by default, so we are adding null. Okay, next we are having editing value, set editing value. This default value we don't know, so I am using double quotes. Okay, so editing index is there. Okay, now we are just changing the thing, so let me try to change something. So here editing index is equal to index. Okay, I need to create one thing. Okay, like this I am creating. So what does it mean? Those item and all everything, right? I will keep this portion in the second half. Okay, here we have that portion. Okay, so if editing index equal to index, if this index is equal to index, I need to create the same thing. Input type equal to text, value equal to editing value, on change equal to on change edit. Okay, then we need two buttons. One is for edit, right? Save, on click. So we created, if it is editing means we have to show that value, right? Handle change edit. So again I need to create handle change edit, constant handle change edit. So this is edit, so we need to pass event here. So even then even the target value we need to pass handle change edit. What is that? Handle change edit. Okay, so here handle save is there. Okay, so we created all the functions. Now what we need to do, right? So handle save is there, handle save. So here handle save is there. Here it we can come, okay, inside that if okay, let's see. Handle save, if what is this? Actually what we did, handle submit, right? Likewise handle save, handle save. So here we need to update cancel. Okay, so what we have to write, handle save on clicking of save, right? Using this index only we need to do, right? Handle save, handle save means it will get the index here, correct? Handle save, if what is this, editing value, if editing value dot trim method. Okay, what we need to do, set constant update to do equal to, here to do we have, right? To do that map okay. Editing index equal to index and the editing value, it has to be editing value, okay, else it should be item. Okay, now set to do, update to, okay, So what we done, so constant handle save method, we are checking if editing value is there, then we are checking constant update to do dot map item index, if editing index equal index, if it is same index then do the editing value. Okay, otherwise it will get the item, then we will show the update row. Okay, so this is we have done for save method. Okay, so what we handle save and handle cancel we done. Okay, let us check handle change edit. Okay, handle edit and handle delete, right? That will check later. Okay, let's go here. I'm checking Jan. Let us refresh first. I'm going Jan, submit. February, submit. Okay, I'm clicking on edit. So edit is not updating. Delete is also not updating. Okay, first we go to edit and do delete. Okay. Okay, let me try to delete first. Handle delete. Okay, here index to delete. Okay, so const updated to do equal to index to delete to do, right? To do dot filter. So you are going to tell it, right? Filter, and you have to use underscore. This is a current element, I'm not using index. Okay, if this is delete, right? Editing index not equal to index, our current index. Okay, this is the thing. Set to do updated to do. Handle delete. Okay, we are passing this handle delete. So handle delete, right? Handle delete, we are passing some index, correct? We are passing some index. This index is coming here. So index to delete, where is this handle delete? Index is required. We need to compare with this thing, index to delete not equal to index. Okay, now if you go here, I'm giving Jan, submit, February, submit, and deleting, it's deleting, correct? Now deleting is working fine. Okay, handle edit. So handle edit also it's required index. Here, right? So handle edit, right? So editing index, set editing index, this thing we have to keep, right? Set editing index, that index we need to pass here. Okay, and also set editing value we need to set as this. Okay, and here the value we can pass as to do data. So I think this thing is not required. Okay, so let us check how it is working. Jan, Feb, edit, January, save, edit, February, save. Okay, So if I'm deleting, delete. This is how we need to do the Todo app. Okay, once I again I'm explaining this thing. So we created this data to storing the value. Todo, this is so Todo application we are doing to storing the value. We need to use the array. Okay, so after that we need some editing field, so we are using these two states, and handle submit we are preventing the default data trim. Here set to do, we are setting the existing data with the current data. Okay, set data we are empty the actual input field. You'll handle change, we are preventing, we are get the current value. Okay, whatever changing the value, that is changing here. Handle edit, this is setting the edit, right? So what are based on the index, whatever we update index, we are updating the current index to this, and we are updating the current data to the current value. Okay, handle delete based on the index, we have to compare whether this index and this index are not equal to not equal to same, then we need to update that. So that is the thing. Handle change it, just updating the current value. Handle save, again we are checking with the map, the current index is matching with the editing index, means we have to provide the edited value, otherwise we have to give the actual value, and we need to update to the set to do. So this is just we are resetting the value. Here handle cancel, we are resetting the value. So this is the form. Based on this, if editing index equal to index, then we have to show this thing. If it is edit field, means we need to show this field. If it is not edit, then we have to show this thing. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you are enjoyed this Todo app. Once again I will show you Jan, Feb, March. Okay, so if you want editing Feb as February, you can type it here, February, save. So it is changing here. Okay, March is nothing but March. So it's a nice Todo app. I hope you enjoyed this video. We can continue on some other video in the next section. Thank you all.